Every 3 to 4 months. So I thank all of you taking your time coming out on a Tuesday. We're going to begin with the undercard. Dylan is on his way. He should be here in 2 minutes. I want to thank Drew Correll and his coach, Coach Marcus Luck, for taking the trip all the way down from Virginia, but not the Virginia near D.C. I didn't realize that. They're in Virginia all the way towards South Carolina, so North Carolina. So let's give a hand clap for them. So I'm going to turn it over to, I want to thank our PR guy, Mark Abrams, for help putting this together. Did a great job. Let's clap it up for him. And then all of the fighters that are here, I know it's some that are coming, and I want to have a little conversation with you guys before you leave on how we're going to do this thing, all right? How we're going to make this thing work and how we can work together. But that being said, I'm going to turn it over. If y'all like the Washington Wizard, which most of us don't, this is Mark Fratto. He is the announcer of the Washington Wizard, and we just thank him for being a part of it as well. All right, let's give a hand clap.
Yeah, wrong market for you guys up here in South Jersey, but I do want to welcome everyone. I want to thank you all for coming out here to D-Boys 2. This is the official news conference as we get set for a fantastic 5-bout card brought to you by Price Boxing Promotions, coming up at Elevations Event Center in Chester, PA, just outside the Philly border on Saturday, July 16th. We're very excited about all 5 fights, especially our main event, which features Drew Correll, as he comes to us from Virginia, right? Not Northern Virginia, Virginia. And he takes on Dylan, the real deal, Price for the NBA Bantamweight World Title. That's coming up on Saturday, July the 16th. We do have some fighters that are filtering in right now, and we're going to meet some of them as we make our way through this news conference. We'll have a chance for them to give their thoughts on this event, on their fights. And we're going to have you guys have a chance to ask some questions of them as well. First, a little information about the fight and the fight card coming up again on Saturday, July the 16th at Elevations Event Center in Chester, PA. Doors open at 6 p.m. The opening bell is scheduled for 7 p.m. Limited tickets are still available for as little as $50. Visit pboxingpromotions.com. If you want to check those out, you go to the website, you order up your tickets, and we'll see you on Saturday, July the 16th. The event is presented by some outstanding sponsors, including Ryan Cars and Stars from Imagine Lifestyles Luxury and Exotic Rentals. Visit them at imaginelifestyles.com. Vaughn's Hideout. Visit them on social media at VTwizzy_V12. Airtight Security LLC is a partner of this event, as is the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City. More than a place to stay, a place to play. And Elite Heat Water, the best fighters, trainers, and announcers. Just drink the water. 5 outstanding matchups. We're going to see a championship fight, and we're going to see the pro debut of several local rising stars. We're very excited for all of them. 4 rounds in the super featherweight division should kick things off on July 16th. It's going to feature a blue corner fighter from Virginia, Jacqueline Brooks, and he's going to take on a young man making a professional debut from Wilmington, Delaware. He's here right now. We'd like to bring him right up front. A native of Wilmington, Delaware, Jalik Duck No Action DNA Holden.
Take the microphone.
Jalik is 23 years of age as he makes his pro debut on July 16th. He is 5'8". As an amateur, his record stood tall at 32 victories, 8 defeats, and 40 fights. And as a young fighter, he was a multiple-time Pennsylvania Golden Gloves champion. His trainer is Douglas Pettiford, and he joins us as well. Thank you, Douglas, for being here too. Jalik Duck No Action DNA Holden, welcome to South Jersey. I'm doing very well. Your mic down there? There you go, champ. Okay, sounds good. Tell us about how excited you are to make your pro debut at this event.
I'm very excited. I've been waiting, I don't know how long to turn pro. So, and the fight being in Chester's only about 20 minutes away from my house. So it's going to be a bunch of friends and family. This is the first time friends and family really get to see me fight, and I can't wait to, put on a great show.
Sounds outstanding. That means you're going to get a big crowd. If you guys have questions For Jalik DNA Holden, raise your hand. We'll make sure you get your questions in as this young man makes his professional debut against Shockham Brooks. 4 rounds in the super featherweight division. A little bit about Jalik's opponent. We're going to ask you what you know, but he is 6 foot tall, 21 years of age, a second-year pro. He's 0-2, which means he has 2 pro bouts under his belt already. He'll be fighting in Philly for the first time. But what do you know about this opponent? Have you had a chance to watch any film on him, or do you do any kind of research or study?
Me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of leave all of that up to my team. You know, me just coming from amateurs, we don't really have a say on who we fight. So, like that's what stands. That's what my name stands on. Duck, no action. So, whoever we fight, we gonna fight.
You're just ready to get this pro career started.
Exactly.
Outstanding. If you have any questions for DNA Holden, raise your hand. We'll get the microphone to you, or we'll make sure that you get your question in. This young man. Now, when you know that your opponent at least has 2 pro bouts, is that an intimidating thing to you? Do you think he has an experience edge, or it's in your DNA, you're ready to go?
Yeah, it's in my blood, man. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. We don't get a fair shake on anything, so we coming. That's really it. That's what we're here for. We training. You know, we're here to put on a show. That's what we're going to do. July 16th.
Outstanding. If you have a question, raise your hand. If not, we're going to thank DNA Holden for making it out here to our news conference and getting his pro career started with Price Promotions on July 16th. Thank you. Let's clap it up for Jalik Holden. Oh, there's a question all the way in the back, all the way on the left, sir. Go ahead.
How does it feel being promoted and managed by It's a Mighty thing?
Nah, Ivan, that's my guy, man. He comes through all the time. That's my guy.
How does it feel to be fighting on a future world championship card such as Dylan Price?
Oh yeah, I grew up with Dylan. You know, as a kid, man, we fought on a couple different cards. You know, in the amateurs. So it's definitely like an honor. You know, to be back on stage with him. You know, especially me starting off my career and him growing into a world champion. Yeah, it's definitely going to be good.
So tell me about your team. How you feel about your team?
Me and my team are working together.
Hold up, the champ is here. Let's clap it up for the champ. Any more questions for Mr. Holden?
You are. Yeah, sounds good. All right, let's make some noise for DNA, Jalik Holden. Thank you once again for coming out.
I got the because I got the mirror on the back.
Another outstanding matchup coming to Elevations Event Center, brought to you by Price Boxing Promotions on Saturday, July 16th. It's a 4-round middleweight contest. It's going to feature 2 debuting professional boxers. One's from New Jersey, Daryl Jackson, and he's going to take on this young man that just arrived and walked into the door, Frankie Lynn. Frankie Lynn, come on up to the front. We're going to put you on the spot and get to know you.
Right here.
Frankie, here's a microphone for you. Frankie, tell us where you're from and what your history in boxing is so far.
I'm from Chester, PA. Been fighting all my life. I mean, I was supposed to been turned professional, but COVID had happened, so it's all up right now. It's all up. I'm ready.
Frankie, tell us about your amateur background. Did you have much of an amateur career? You're making your pro debut on July 16th.
Amateur, I'm 22 amateur. 2-time state champion, 2-time district, 2-time regional. Lost out Tennessee for the national, and I think once in Golden Glove when I was novice or something.
Sounds good. And do you know anything about Daryl Jackson? He's an athlete that's going to square up against you like you. He's making his pro debut. He's from Jersey. You're from just outside Philly. Natural rivalry, right? The border will be crossed on July 16th.
Nah, I don't know nothing about him, but you know, it's a pro debut, so it ain't that much appearance as both of us. So we on something about the same level, but you know, best man gonna win.
What has your team told you about making that transition from the amateurs? Obviously, you're an accomplished amateur and you've been fighting for a long time, but you're transitioning and doing the pro debut, your first professional fight. No headgear. The lights will be down, the spotlights will be on, the DJ will be playing, the smoke machines will be going, the big crowd will be there in your hometown. What's that going to be like? And what has your team advised? How have they prepared you for this?
I mean, like I said, I've been fighting all my life, so coming up in Chester, it's already rough in Chester, so under the lights I perform even better, so it's no hiccup there, so we ready, we locked in, everything we doing when we was doing mileage and training, everything just boosted up, so we ready to go.
Let's go, Chad.
There you go, Chad. Is that your coach, Frankie Lynn? All right, outstanding. Any questions for Frankie Lynn? He's ready to make his pro debut on July 16th against Daryl Jackson from the Garden State. Any questions? Well, if there's no questions, let's make some noise. Let's clap it up for Frankie Lynn making that pro debut.
No, no, I'm gonna take a picture.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Coach. Coach, you're a pro. See that?
Looks great. Gotcha, we're good.
Appreciate it.
We have a couple light heavyweights that are going to contest a 4-round matchup on July 16th. One of them joins us right now. He is 1-0 as a professional. That win coming by way of knockout just across the river in North Philadelphia. Tariq Showtime Green.
I don't know.
All right.
We're doing great, Tariq. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Tariq is 6'1". He's trained by Dominic Walton, 32 years of age. He's a southpaw in his second year as a professional fighter. He made his debut in November of 2021 with a unanimous decision victory over a difficult boxer to pronounce, Tunde Fatirgun, at Live Casino in Philadelphia. Before that, he was a professional with 20 amateur fights, and he owns a Golden Gloves championship at light heavyweight in 2018. How was your pro debut? How much different was that from being an amateur? And what can you take from that experience into this matchup on July 16th?
The difference was, it was just, I felt that it was a lot easier. No headgear. I had more space around the room. I felt it was just a lot easier for me. And the amateurs was good. I had 20 fights within 2 years. Lost twice to the same guy. So I like the pros. I'm comfortable here. I'm ready for my next fight, and I'm ready to get it on.
Check 1, 2. No, that's not plugged in. Oh, this one here.
You got a question? Let's ask.
Marlon Parker, A-side boxing. How does this fight end?
I'm gonna take the knockout. I'm going at him. He's bigger than me. I'm trying to get down to super middleweight, but for that catch weight, and I'm going at him. So I'm going for a knockout.
First round knockout?
I ain't gonna say first round, I'm gonna predict what round, but it's gonna end with a knockout. He's going down. I swear. All right.
Do you know anything about your opponent? Does anybody know anything about Tariq Green's opponent at this point?
Yeah, he was in a Jesse Smollett case. One of them African guys.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, so.
No way.
Muscle head boy. I'm right at him, man.
So your opponent, Tariq, is Ambibola Asandaro, who was one of the brothers that was accused of attacking Jussie Smollett. It ended up not really even being an attack. It was kind of a staged attack. But he is an accomplished amateur boxer. He won the Nationals in Shreveport. He was a Chicago Golden Gloves champion. He seems to be, or at least purports himself to be, maybe not the real deal when it comes to an attacker of Hollywood actors, but the real deal when it comes to amateur boxing. Now, yeah, you may have the benefit of seeing some film on him. Have you seen any of him on YouTube?
He only got like 2 fights. I seen it. It wasn't nothing to be worried about. That's why I took the fight. Like, I don't care the size or never. He's not nothing I can't handle. So
His most famous fight so far is a fake fight.
I guess so.
That's what got him on TMZ.
Something that never happened, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, he's going to beat a real fighter and a 1-0 fighter at that with one knockout. Tariq Showtime Green on July 16th. Any other questions for Tariq? All right, let's clap it up for Tariq Showtime Green, North Philadelphia's own. He's going to take on Bola Sandaro. He's going to make his professional debut on July 16th. Tariq Showtime Green, once again, 1-0, one knockout to his credit. Both of them amateur champions. Let's see who is for real on July 16th in Chester, PA.
Coach, is it Naheem Parker versus Cypher Wise?
Both in traffic.
Both in traffic. Right. Do you want to start the main event part?
Yep, if that's all the other undercard, yeah.
We have another bout on the undercard on July 16th. That's Saifullah Wise against Naheem Parker. Both of them may be coming to us right now, but they're stuck in that South Jersey traffic that we all know and appreciate. So let's get into our main event coming up on July 16th. 10 rounds contested for the NBA Bantamweight Championship. Let's meet first from Danville, Virginia, Drew Cruel Intentions Correll. He's joined today by his coach, Marcus Luck. Coach Luck has the microphone. Coach, your thoughts headed into this matchup for the NBA title on July 16th?
We always come prepared for a fight. Hey, I mean, it's a fight. I mean, that's all I gotta say. We'll see each other July 16th.
Drew Cruel Intentions Correll is 10-2, 10 victories, 2 defeats, 8 wins by knockout. 29 years old, he's a 10th year pro, a southpaw with an 80% KO percentage in his victories. He's fighting in Philly for the first time. He opened his career 9-0 with 8 stoppages, and he is set to go on July 16th. Let's pass Drew Correll the microphone.
Hey, Drew.
Drew, tell us, headed into this one, what is your mindset? We're still a few weeks out. How's camp going so far? And how are you preparing for this title shot?
Well, we having a great training camp. I'm doing a lot of stuff that I ain't never done before. I'm doing the stuff I don't want to do. You know, I had a long layoff, and I really started taking boxing more serious. I'm from Glassboro, New Jersey. Not Danville, Virginia, raised in Danville. But like I said, I ain't taking this challenge. I'm taking a lot of it seriously. Really, I'm trying to I know Buffalo's going to go to a higher peak. It's about to see who's going to keep it there the longest. You know, put my health on the line for this one. You know, that's it.
Drew Correll is the real deal. He is 10-2. His only losses have come to undefeated fighters. He has wasted everybody else.
Keep saying that, yeah.
What's that?
There's only one real deal.
Oh, that's right. I was using lowercase letters. I was doing more of a descriptive, like a colloquial adjective. When I call you the real deal, it'll be like, the real deal. You'll hear it from way down low. Speaking of which, Drew Correll's opponent already has a championship belt sitting in front of him. He's going for the bigger one on July 16th. He is 14-0, 10 wins coming by way of knockout from Sicklerville, New Jersey. He is the real deal. See, that's better. Dylan Price. Dylan is trained by Wayne Hennett and his father David Price. Let's hear from Coach Hennett for the check-in on how training camp is going so far.
Dylan's an outstanding young man, outstanding fighter, one of the most dedicated fighters I have to work with. The 40 years I've been in this business, Dave has done an outstanding job with him thus far. I'm just here to help polish this diamond. He's definitely a diamond. And I think this is going to be an exciting fight for the fans come July the 16th.
And now let's hear from the orchestrator of this event, a trainer, a promoter, David Price.
All right. Got that green light on? Let's press that.
Testing. Yeah, so I'm very excited about this fight. I have a lot of respect for our opponent, Drew. When my advisor to the show, when I chose Drew, he said, well, he's never been under 122 pounds. He's 5'10". He's fought as high as 130 pounds. He's a southpaw. That's like 3 of the worst things that you want to match if you're matching your kid. And I said, that's exactly what I want. If my son is destined to be great, then he has to have disadvantages. We're not putting on a bout where he blows on somebody and they fall. If he doesn't come bringing his A game, this young man is going to go home with that belt. So I want everybody to know that this is a real fight, but that's what I want, because as I put him in a real fight, what you're going to see is a real fighter. We really haven't seen, we haven't seen even a little bit of what Dylan Price can do. So I'm excited. He's very confident, he's focused, the training is going well, we're getting a lot of great sparring, and I'm excited about the event. The event is going to be great in and of itself. We have a lot of young, hungry talent that's going to be on, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to showcase guys that may not have the opportunity in other places that are looking to create their lane. If you come to this event, I guarantee you'll have a great time, from the fights, to the dancers, to the rappers, to the stars that are going to be there. I don't want to put everything out there, but I guarantee you, you're going to think you're out in Hollywood, because this is what this young man does. He brings the stars out to the fight. So we're going to have a great time. We're definitely going to come home with this belt. I'm looking for, I'm going to be honest, I'm looking for a stoppage. I don't want to put that much pressure on him, but why not? This young man, okay, because this young man has never been stopped. He's fought guys at 122, 129. We have a 118 pounder. This would really make a statement if we can get this young man out of here. So that's our plan going into this fight.
And now we'll turn things over to a young man who certainly brings the stars. He brings the KOs. He has 10 and 15 pro bouts. He has 14 victories, 1 no contest, 10 wins by knockout. The NBA Intercontinental Bantamweight Championship sits on the table, and the NBA Bantamweight World Title is on the line. Please meet the 23-year-old 6th-year pro, Dylan "The Real Deal" Price.
What's going on, everybody? I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank my Heavenly Father, Yahuwah, for allowing me to see another day. I want to thank my dad, just day in and day out. He busting his behind, just grinding, working, doing everything to make this show perfect. So I just want to give him the recognition. Appreciate you, Lord. Shout out to my coach Wade, my little brother Devin. Yeah, July 16th, man, it's going to be a great event. Star-studded. Kudos to my opponent and his coach for coming out. I respect them for taking a fight. July 16th is time. I'm not really here to do a whole bunch of talking, and that's not me. I just want to see July 16th. We're not giving no predictions. You want to see me win? Tune in July 16th. You want to see me lose? Tune in July 16th. He 5'10". He never fought under 122 pounds. I don't know. He been off for a year and some change. Tune in July 16th. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be lit. Dylan "The Real Deal" Price. Never seen nothing like me before. I promise. I'm different, cut different, I'm built different. You know, in this past 2 years, I just feel like a fighter that is just, I'm not, for the reporters, before I say this, I'm not from the hood at all, so don't go blogging this. I said this, I feel like a fighter that came from the hood because I just feel like I'm supposed to be way further in life than I already am. And I'm just hungry. I'm starving to get everything I need. I want to take care of my family. I want to better my father's life, and he already living great. I'm not trying to say that. I want to take care of my little brother. I want to help change my coach's life. So it's just bigger than me, and I'm working day in and day out to get what's mine. So come July 16th, tune in. It's gonna be a great show. Thanks everybody again for coming out, and NBA World Title, baby. Let's go.
If you have questions for Drew Correll or Dylan "The Real Deal" Price, raise your hand. Let's start all the way in the back on the left.
Hey, little Dylan, not big Dylan, little Dylan. How does it feel to be trained by your dad, man, and have all that pressure on you to do what you need to do to become world champion?
For me, it's really not any pressure. Like for a lot of people, it would be. For me, it's not even like pressure. It's just motivation because I feel like nobody can coach me like my dad. I feel like my dad is the best coach for me, as well as Coach Wade. So there's no pressure for me. I'm enjoying training. Training camp is going great. I feel great, and I'm excited. Like I'm up for this fight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got a lot to prove.
Dad, question. How does it feel with you training your son and getting your son to where he needs to be and getting him on that platform to become world champion?
Yes, sir. I'm enjoying it. We actually, when we started out the camp, I said, let's try something a little different. You know, an artist, you can't tell an artist how to draw. I could tell an artist to stay within the line, but I'm not the artist. So I told him I wanted to follow him a little bit in camp. You tell me how you feel today. Do we want to do extra rounds? And we went down Bond and we sparred a kid. And I ain't like none of that shit I saw. So we threw that out the window. And we're back to doing